Alright guys, Touchcry back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And welcome to the first episode of the Pro-Am Classic pre-Pro-Am Classic, I suppose, interview series. I'm joined today by Spart from the Los Angeles Guerrillas, fresh out of the facility itself, right? Just looking good. We've got the background going on, the lighting's great. How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, very well indeed. I mean, it feels strange because you won an event, the last event,
Yeah,
and nothing has happened since then. Like,
yeah,
how's your mid-season break been?
pretty boring, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, have you played other games? Like, you just been grinding league play?
Just COD, Money Eights, S&D Money Eights, stuff like that.
Playing. I mean, look, let's talk about it, right? Welcome back to the league, first of all, because it's
Thank you.
been quite a while. I'm sure some people watching won't really be familiar with the whole story of when you were on LAG initially back in Modern Warfare. Things didn't really work out too well. Like, can you explain a bit about how you got that chance? And like, kind of, I was wondering, like, because obviously you find yourself back on LAG now. I don't really know what the situation was there in terms of the management structure. Like, did any relationships you had there help you get this spot? Um,
Uh,
like, and the other question I had just to add on to that real quick is like, it seems from my perspective and a lot of people's perspective that the kind of bad season and the bad time you had briefly in Modern Warfare has really made it a very much a struggle to get back in the league, right?
yeah,
Kind of tarnish your reputation for some time.
yeah. Okay, so the coaches, Rick and Embry, they always like had faith, like full faith. But at the time in MW, I just honestly wasn't performing well. But at the same time, the team just wasn't as good, so that didn't help much with the performance either. But I don't know, like Rick and Embry, they always like stayed in touch over the year, like Cold War or like half of MW, Cold War, and then this game. So whenever I was like streaming challenges and stuff in this game, they just hit me up and were like, yeah, yeah,
Make it happen.
yeah,
Yeah, and the other part of things then, like, what's your perspective on that? That because it seems like a lot of teams are just looking for the next simp, right? Like if
yeah,
someone comes up from challenges, doesn't have the greatest time, even if they might be like the best player in the game next year in challenges, they're gonna struggle to get a spot. Like, were you ever concerned that you were never gonna get a chance back in the league?
yeah. During Cold War, I actually was, especially after or during this off season. I actually,
Yeah.
I really was thinking like it was either gonna take longer or just maybe not happen.
Well, exactly that. Like, that's what I was wondering. Like, so you get signed up as a substitute. I mean, what's the thought process there? Because I think that it's kind of been a bit of a like a coin toss from people whether that's a good idea, right? Because you look at, okay, you've got the
Yeah,
contract, you got the chance to get on the team, but at the same time, like you look at a guy like Sib, for example, on phase for the last couple of years, he hasn't done anything, right? Because the team's not making any moves. So
yeah.
he's just going to have to sit there and wait for a chance elsewhere without really being able to prove himself so much. So, like, did you kind of weigh up the possibilities or weigh up the potential outcomes? Like, did you think that because LAG, obviously, the change they ended up making was not forced, but in
Yeah.
theory, you could look at that lineup and think, all right, maybe things don't work out here. It's not like you're joining phase, for example, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the team's going to stick regardless. Like, was there over consideration of not signing the contract and kind of betting on yourself in challenges or,
Uh, there kind of was. I was thinking to myself, like, if I did get subbed in to LAG, like the team, like the whole team in general is just really like good and like a lot of veterans on it. So I was just thinking to myself, like, if I did get subbed in, that'd be a way better situation than just like trying to stick it out and wait to like join like a broken team or something like that. So that was my kind of, and I wanted fiber internet, so I just like I didn't have fiber, so I was just like, can I please like get fiber? Like,
yeah, that's cool. I mean, you guys are based in Texas, right?
yeah,
Yeah, because I mentioned Slasher wouldn't be too happy if he was out in Cali again after, even though apparently it's better now. I know.
yeah.
Is it better? Like LA Thieves say it's better, maybe?
I heard it's better because they play on Denver servers, so it's like actually pretty good.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So anyway, I mean, look, you do get your chance eventually. It wasn't the easiest chance to say, a bit of a trial by fire. They put you in against Optic, the one of the hottest teams at the time that you're ever going to see in COD, to be honest.
I thought I
Um,
was shocked after that too.
you really, yeah, yeah. Did have a great series. I mean, it was funny because like people weren't backing on you too hard, just because like people kind of knew that it was a tough spot you
Yeah.
were put in. But it was interesting, really, just the whole storyline. Because after you had a tough time back in Modern Warfare, right, and you come back in your first series, you drop like a point 0.5.
I
It's
had
obviously not
a
looking great, is it?
I had or people weren't like roasting me that bad, but I was roasting myself bad that day. Like for sure. The whole night I was like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. Just get one kill.
Yeah, well, exactly right. That obviously it was tough. Like you got, did you? What was the story of that day? Did you get woken up, or 'cause I remember you saying you were going to
Ooh.
play some tourney, and then it was like all of a sudden
Yeah.
again thrown against
So
Scumble Gavutu.
so I was like in third round of like the Challengers Cup, and then Rick called me like in the middle of the third round, and then like we're playing like not that good people. So like I just saw him call me, and I was like, oh, the coach is calling me. I'm gonna pick it up. Like so I just mute my mic
Literally
and
mid map.
yeah, literally make control. And uh he told me like instantly like what was going on. Like Pierce is sick, and that I had to sub in, and I was like. And I just literally unmuted my mic. I was like, "Yo, boys, I gotta go. Like, I'm sorry about the cup, but like, they need me to play." And then they're like, my teammates didn't really care. They're like, "Bet, like, good luck."
Damn,
And
that's
then
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Well, if you'd have dropped like a 3KD, it'd have been a better story, but it is what it is. But,
yeah,
it worked out at the major. I mean, like going into the major then, because of course Gunless can't go as it turns out. Like, I guess that wasn't really expected. I guess you weren't really expecting to have to go to the major,
yeah,
right? You thought it was maybe a one off.
yeah,
Like, what were the kind of the vibes there? Because if I'm like a slash or something, or if I'm leader of the team and this guy subs in for me and just drops a point 0.6 and I've got to go to the major with him, like, is it going to shake my
yeah.
confidence to a degree? I don't know if it is, right? Like how long did it take to kind of put the head down as a team and just get to work and kind of get over all the BS? Because obviously there were some
Uh,
frustrations.
yeah, there was frustrations for sure. Um, honestly, the day the day they told me, like the day before we flew out to the major, like that was the day they told me I was playing and we practiced. So like that day, this practice went pretty well, honestly. Uh, everybody was like. Everybody just really good vibes about it because like it was just like one of the I guess like to them like whenever I was looking from their point of view is like one of the situations where like you got to make the best out of it regardless because you need the points. So like they all went hard and like were really like passionate and stuff like that. But I could tell there was frustrations about Pierce for sure because they were playing pretty good with him.
Yeah, exactly. They just probably were looking the best they looked in quite some
Yeah,
time, frankly, just before the whole situation went down. We've got to talk about the Volk. You go to the event, you speak to Slasher, you're like, look, I'm using this. Well, I fancy this gun. It's been used a bit in challenges, I think, already, and had some experience with it.
yeah,
And you told him, like, look, let's give this a go. I mean, do you think it kind of helped with? I think some people have said it might have helped with the pacing a bit because you can play kind of aggressive on that faster Volk, and it allows Slasher to speed up a bit. Because I always think Slasher's been at his best when he's very aggressive melee in general, gets a lot more engagements than maybe your
yeah.
average one, and maybe that helped the team a bit, right? I don't know. Like, what was their initial response when you're like, let's use this gun that no one had ever used, at least in pro play at the time?
I used it. Okay, so the first day we scrimmed, like the day before we left, I forgot who we scrimmed. I think it was 100T. It was someone like that. We played Bocage and then or Bocage was like the scrim map next, and then I was like we are loading into it, like the 30 seconds you get before like you spawn in, and I was like I had an auto out at first because like I was like I don't know, the pros use the auto, like
Yeah, don't want
so
to
I
risk it,
yeah, and then I was just like, and I was like, you know what, nah. And so I was like, yo guys, like I use a Volk on this map and Tuscan, like if y'all don't mind, like I'm gonna try this map and like let me know like if y'all like it or not, I guess. And then I used it, and then I was just tucking. And they're like, yo, and then Slasher's like, yo, give me the class and all this stuff. And then like yeah. And then at the LAN event, everybody was just asking like all the pros backstage are like, even in the bathroom, they're like, yo, what's a class? And I was like, bro, I'm trying to take a piss.
Wow, that's such a crazy story. So they were like trying to get the intel because you said
Yeah,
after the fact that there was like one attachment that people had wrong, right, on your
yeah,
class compared to the others.
yeah,
So
the
like
muzzle.
they were trying to like look over your shoulder and stuff.
Yeah. Like people, yeah, everybody was asking me, like literally everybody. It was crazy. And I kept on having to say, I'll tell y'all after the tournament because like I wasn't trying to expose a secret.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, no wonder they GA'd that down.
Yeah.
Um, crazy. I mean, like, what's your team's perspective on that whole like GA, right? Because I know looking at like statistics and stuff, how quickly it kills with a headshot, it's pretty
Yeah.
strong.
Absurd, absurd.
Like, do you agree it's too strong? Like, what's your
Yeah.
thought?
Uh, like if you hit a headshot, it's GG for the other guy every time. That's just my opinion. Especially on LAN, I felt like I was actually like two boarding people. Like sometimes, like I won't lie. It is kind of OP. But like the thing is those I don't know, like it and
Other teams
challengers
can use it as
people,
well, you know.
yeah, challengers people used it for like months. So like the fact that like it just now got GA'd was kind of like I feel like it only did because we won. Like
I
literally
mean, yeah.
the day we got back, we flew back in like the rep chat. Literally that day, like everybody was like everybody but 100T was like it's GA Volk.
Damn, that's crazy. 100th had your back.
Yeah,
That's funny though. Wow. Literally the day off. They didn't even try and hide it. They were like,
yeah,
it's gone.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
We all knew it was gonna be gone too. Like we're all talking about it after we won, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna miss the Volk, bro.
We'll take the win and go again next time. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
interesting, right? I mean, like, so talking about the Volk thing, I know that some people have said and will continue to say you're like a Volk merchant, try to be the word to say it.
yeah,
You're only good with the Volk. This kid's trash, like he's only good with the Volk type thing. Like
yeah,
what do you kind of say to that comment? Because obviously from my perspective, you join the team, you go on a 10 streak in search and destroy. Don't know if that record will ever be beaten. Obviously,
yeah.
and I think a lot of the time you weren't even using the Volk in search. So
I only
I
use
don't
it
know.
on Tuscan Control and Tuscan Hardpoint throughout the
Mm.
tournament because we didn't play Bocage Hardpoint, so there's only two maps I used it, but, or two game modes. Um, Honestly, I don't really care. It's, I mean, it was OP. I did get like some absurd stuff with it, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like my auto's pretty good too. So
I'm right. Let's get it. Okay, before we talk about the event, what's kind of the people have been wondering, where is this LAG team with yourself now in the team instead of Gunners, which makes sense. I wonder what would have happened if you guys came top two, top three, or Gunners
yeah,
isn't probably fully healthy anyway, but like he's done his surgery, which I think has gone well, which is
I
great
don't think he
news.
can play for like 7 months. It's absurd.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, like
I think it's what I
explain
saw in his
exactly why?
tweet. I think that's why what I saw in his tweet. Like
I'm
tweeted
seven
about
months.
how, yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wait, am I tripping?
unless I'm tripping. I might be the one
Let's have
tripping.
a look. Let's have a look. I swear he said it was okay, and he can. I think he said he's
Yeah.
had this problem for 7 months, maybe.
No, he said I've been
I'm
told.
excited to play at
Yeah.
100% again after 7 months. I think the way I read that is that he means like he's kind of been dealing with these issues for
Oh,
many
okay. So
months,
you think like by the time he's
maybe.
like 100% healthy, 7 months, but he can still play?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm reading that wrong actually, but I don't know. The way I was reading it is like he's been dealing with these issues for like several months, and then within a few days or weeks, he should be okay to go again. You know what I mean? Rather than
Yeah.
7 months down the line. But
From what I
we'll see.
heard, yeah, from what I heard, was only supposed to take a few weeks after the surgery. But whenever I read that tweet, I was kind of confused. So I probably had to ask one of the guys.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, but hopefully it works out for him, right? But
Yeah,
that's
he's
the
gross.
thing. You are now in the team. It is what it is. You might have been there anyway, right? Given the situation, even if you guys hadn't have won the event. But people are saying, look, phase optic, number one, number two, whatever order you want to put them in, and you guys are going to fall off and be top eight, whatever, like, miracle run, all this type of stuff. Now, the way I look at it is slightly different just because Major 2 last year, Toronto came through and had a fluke win or whatever
Yeah,
people were saying at the time, but then they went on to be a top two team for the rest of the game. So, there's still what's your kind of your goals, right? Like winning another event is obviously a goal. Winning champs would be very nice indeed. Don't know how plausible that is compared to like it's just looking at the year and the way the previous years have gone. Winning another event's going to be tough. Possible,
yeah,
but it's going to be tough. What's the goal? Be a top three team. Get to every championship Sunday.
yeah. Top four. I feel like we're gonna be top four the rest of the game, in my opinion. So it's just a matter of like reps and just trusting each other. I feel like our situationals like in game are just really good compared to a lot of teams. It just comes down to like individual. Like, it comes down to a few things, but I feel like like S&D. I don't know. Feel like that's reps. Uh, Control. I feel like this kind of reps too. Hard point. We just gotta get more reps. I feel like we'll be
It's
solid.
just reps, maybe.
Yeah.
Just pumping them in. I mean, yeah, like it's obviously going to be tough to keep up that crazy search record and search streak
Yeah.
you had, but like there probably is more to come from your hardpoint and control because like both of those game modes, as you say, like more time with you and the team is going to help, and like there was room for improvement in those game modes, right? The major.
Yeah, because in the hard points right now, like half of the maps like we're pretty solid at, and the other half like we're not really that solid at, or I guess yeah, just because like we uh I mean personally myself, like I just the game is a lot, or especially in like control, but in hardpoint as well, like the game's just a lot different compared to challengers. Like the pros, like they make you work for every kill. Like in challengers, someone just flying at you and just giving you a freebie every 5 seconds. So it's like in pros, like you have to actually like hit nades, like, work to get like it's just
Take some adjusting, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of pros, AMS, challenges, the event in a few days' time. We've got the Prom Classic. It's finally here. We finally have something else to play. You guys are out to, it's in Columbus, right? Somewhere in Columbus. I don't know
Think
exactly.
so.
Stadium stuff's a bit weird, right? Like there were
Yeah.
no
It's a land
fans.
center. It's a land center.
Yeah, some land center. It's like a Belong Arena's land center, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we can talk about the event another time. But your group, we've got Boston, we've got Paris, we've
The
got
Mo's team.
yeah, we've got Mo's team, Ultras, North American Academy. That's interesting. Like, what are your expectations for this group? I suppose because Boston, obviously, a good team. They top four pretty much, but you could argue they've had a pretty easy run of the teams they played. Of course, I guess you guys must have taken them down right in the losers finals at the event.
Yeah.
And then Paris and Ultra, like NA Academy, right? Most team, the team that won the Minnesota Open. That's super interesting because, of course, you've got a lot of experience down there with some of those guys anyway. And this is
Yeah.
the group that most people are saying, look, are Paris going to get upset effectively? And, if you guys can come out and handle business, it'd be pretty impressive. It's an interesting group.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm hoping that like or I firmly believe we can go 3-0, but uh yeah.
Yeah, fair. I mean, what are your expectations from like Mo's team, like Ultra North America? You think they can make
Uh
a run? Because it's going to be tough for them to get out this group. It's going to be tough for any team to get out the group in the way the any amateur team to get out in the way the format works. But at least they get to play 3 games, show what they're made of.
yeah. Yeah, they're a good team. I won't lie. They're pretty good. They have a lot of talent too. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like anything could happen, honestly, at this event coming up. Like I feel like at least maybe one AM team's gonna do something crazy. But
It'd be good to see.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Paris thing, I don't know. Paris gets roasted so much, but like they're not really like terrible, like or anything like that. Like they never really were this whole game. Like they just don't close like whenever they need to, and they just wa- uh I mean they start crumbling, I guess. Like they go up 2-0 and then they just
Mm.
lose one map, and it's like mental from there.
The league's just mad competitive this year, like the way everything works out. Like they're still a good team. It's just not quite
Yeah,
good enough. Last question. This event, you're going in, it's a bit of a strange format. Obviously, you should be mega favourite to get out of the group. And then beyond that, who even knows who you're going to play? Like, it's going to be a bit of a mess. It's single limb. What are the goals for this event, really? Because what's a good result? What's an acceptable result? Winning would be nice, but at the end of the day, there's no CDL points, even though you've locked up a fair few CDL points anyway. There's some
yeah,
money on the line. There's some pride on the line. There's some
yeah,
pressure to a degree to prove that you guys haven't fallen off a cliff.
yeah. Honestly, I just hope we just go out and just have fun. Honestly, I feel like if we just be comfortable, have fun, confident, obviously, then I feel like we'll be fine. Um, Obviously, I want to win again, or just win. But this event is kind of like I feel like for me, and at least it's like a warm up for the actual major. So it's just like
Absolutely.
obviously I want to have fun, but and win. But like at the same time, like I'm not gonna let this event or anything like that like bring the vibes down or anything, because the majors what actually matters.
Kind of like the kickoff, I guess, in that sense. But
Yeah,
it's cool to have an event like this finally. It's been a long time.
yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Really enjoyed the chat. Have you got any final words you'd like to say, whoever might be watching, to the fans,
Uh,
to their, to the mum, to the girlfriend, all this good
Yeah.
stuff?
Peace to my mom and my girlfriend and my sisters, because they got mad that I didn't say nothing. Uh, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, anyway, thanks very much, Spart. Thanks all for watching at home. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.